Cryptocurrency. How bullish can we get? How far up could this thing go? And when to take profits before it goes down? Welcome to FreedEm Culture. Here at the FreedEm Culture, I like to discuss current events in the financial sector, this new digital economy, and also breaking down blockchain technology in the most understandable terms possible. And in this video, I just want to discuss what's the possibilities here? I feel like a lot of people might be underestimating how far things can go up, might be underestimating the return on investment in this sector here, I like to easily point out how this is a new asset class. You feel me? Cryptocurrency is a new asset class that's being considered by institutions. It's getting institutional respect. Despite all of the naysayers back in the day, despite all of the contrarians not believing in the technology, now it's globally accepted and respected as a new asset class. And then when you have a new asset class and you have money being printed more, there's a lot more inflation. Every future event seems highly inflationary. I like to point out how Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, promised that he's going to drop inflation down to 2% before he starts releasing, quantitative easing or cutting back on tax rates. That didn't happen. He gave up on cutting back on rates. He got to 2%. He got inflation down to slightly close to 2%, and then he's like, "Let it rip. Let's start easing on tax."
We don't need further cooling, we don't think, to achieve our inflation mandate. So that's the labor market. Inflation has moved down a great deal from its highs of 2 years ago, and we judged, as I mentioned, that it's on a sustainable path back to 2%. So the job's not done on inflation. But if you look at those two things, we judged in September that it was appropriate to begin to recalibrate our policy stance to reflect this progress, and today's decision is really another step in that process. Overall, as I mentioned, we believe that with an appropriate recalibration of our policy stance, we can maintain strength in the labor market even as our policy stance enables further progress toward our inflation goal.
Now that we have Jerome Powell is cutting back on taxes, there's less tax hikes, the economy is going to seem well. You feel me? The markets, the stock market, the crypto market, everything is going to be, more up. You feel me? And then we got Donald Trump in office, President Trump. Things are going to seem a lot more better for the economy. But that's highly inflationary because the inflation rate is not going down. So the economy good, investors good, consumers bad. Because once the inflation goes up, prices is going up as well. So, and then that alongside with the BRICS nations, the threats that they're getting from President Trump about slamming 100% tariffs on them if they don't use the dollar. If they plan on stop using the dollar, he's going to slap 100% tariffs on these nations. Like, they better continue using the dollar or else. So I don't feel like, in my opinion, that's a rational decision to do, because these nations, their whole nations out here, they're not going to comply to threats like that. We seen what happened when Biden's threatened nations with sanctions, and he actually did sanction other nations, and what that causes them to do, they strategize on using the dollar less. So the more money in the environment and the more less money that's being used, the more American dollars in the environment that's getting pumped out due to tax rates being decreased, due to more money printing, and the more less that people use the dollar due to the BRICS nations, that's like 40% of the world, that's going to cause the devaluation of the dollar. So with this new asset class, all of that money could go there. And that's my logic.
We went from being in a regulatory environment in the U.S., where companies were being, in an outright way attacked, sued, Coinbase, Kraken, Ripple. So it was extremely hostile, and people were leaving the U.S. to set up in other places around the world. So we went from extremely hostile to extremely friendly, potential crypto hub of the world in a matter of weeks. Trump owns crypto, and Elon is crypto, and the cabinet all has crypto, and the Congress. I think it's the possibility of having the largest, most important, wealthiest country, most important, strongest government, actually coming out there now and incentivizing the development of blockchain crypto, incentivizing companies to set up here and not elsewhere. If that happens, I really think the U.S. just blows away everybody else.
Right now, we're dealing with a lot of FOMO. Now we're dealing with people trying to get in before it's too late, and more FOMO is going to be included on top of that. And we got XRP getting they're on a campaign right now. Ripple Labs, the creator of XRP, they're on a campaign right now showing off yo, we got clarity. We're compliant. We're not a security. We took on the SEC and we fought and we won. And now they're getting recognized as regulatory compliant cryptocurrency that you don't have to deal with any rug pulls or anything like that. They're globally respected. They're even having a 60 Minutes episode coming out. Definitely tune into that. So now when all of these highly regarded investors start to see the reputation that Ripple has and the cryptocurrency that's connected to Ripple, that's gonna include a whole lot of FOMO into that. Now, I've been around a lot of highly regarded investors that still was insecure about cryptocurrency despite the logic. Still, it's just it's not. It doesn't feel right until it's on the news. You feel me? So once it's on the news and it's like a green light on the news, everybody else is gonna jump in there. And once it gets up, it's stuck. You're not gonna see a 20% XRP again. You're not going to see under $1 XRP. You're not going to see a under. In my opinion, and my opinions are humble, you're not going to see a under $5 XRP. And people might say that I'm ridiculous. You're not going to see a under $20 XRP again. But to me, that's why I'm kind of flabbergasted at how large this thing could go. This thing could be the next Bitcoin. It's all things are possible here. This is a very bullish video. But I also got to give you some pessimism. Definitely watch out for your exchanges. Definitely be mindful, because when things go up, networking goes down, so it's, a lot of these exchanges can't handle the amount of traffic when these assets starts exploding like that. You feel me? So I suggest and do the learning experiences that I'm learning from cleaning up this mess from my recent hack that I came across in my video that before this one. I explained how I was hacked. Became a victim of a phishing scam. I clicked on a link from a friend, and it put me through shit. It put me through a lot. So, however, I'm learning a lot from it. I'm learning that I gotta decentralize from a single point of failure. A lot of things was connected to my phone. A lot of things was connected to my Google. And once things go up and you want to take profits before things go down, I might come across a situation where I can't access the account because of Google or something like that. So it's good to decentralize and, have more than one exchange. For example, I locked down my Coinbase account. Right immediately after that, I noticed that I was being hacked. I locked down my account, and they're putting me through a lot to reopen the account. So I can only imagine if I had all of my assets on Coinbase. However, Coinbase is a very convenient platform. But I have other exchanges, and I have my hardware wallets. So it's good to have more than one exchange. Be verified on more than one exchange so you can have less problems and just be ready to go. You want to be unstoppable. That being said, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the most bullish season in crypto, in my opinion. We're in uncharted waters. Nobody has ever been here before. Nobody, regardless of what expert might sound, ex like an expert, regardless of what expertise this experts have, they haven't been here. Nobody has been in this area of history. You know, this is a new asset class. We don't know how far things can go up. You can't measure this to the stock market. You can't measure this to real estate. You can't measure this to nothing. You feel me? So this is very bullish. And on top of that, be careful with your technologies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So nothing but love, peace, and respect. Take care of yourself. Check into my next video and click on the links below. My social media, my Instagram, my TikTok. Put out a lot of information on there. And yeah, keep up with me. All right? Peace.